Hello, citizens of the planet. Welcome back to Monday Musings with Larry Lelli. And this week's musing is unfortunately a very sad one. Yesterday, we all learned that actor Philip Seymour Hoffman died of what seems to be apparently a drug overdose here in New York City. And this has made me very sad on several levels. First of which, I didn't know him that well, but I did have the opportunity to meet him several times, and the times we spoke, I just found him to be the most lovely gentleman. He was just a really lovely person, and clearly struggling with some demons. He was pretty open about his addiction and his struggles with it, and he was actually recovering and was sober for many years, I think over 20 years, before he had a relapse. And that's the other thing that's made me so sad, and maybe there's going to be so much media coverage about this, I'm sure. But I'm hoping that it will shine maybe a really bright spotlight on a big problem that we have here in our country, and that is addiction to drugs and alcohol. It affects so many people in this country, and especially in my business, in show business, which is a very difficult business, and many artists are kind of tortured souls in the first place, which lends to wanting to seek relief in drugs or alcohol, and it's a real problem. And addiction, it's a real disease. It kills, clearly. It robs people of their own lives, and it robs their family, their friends, their co-workers. It affects everybody that the addict comes into contact with. It's a real problem. And I am encouraging you all to think about that, and think about if you have people in your life who are perhaps struggling with drugs or alcohol. And I urge you to be compassionate and understanding and try to be supportive of them, and hopefully help them seek recovery and sobriety from their addiction. And I don't know what else I wanted to say about it, but other than, I'm really going to miss having that guy around. I was such a fan of his in every way, as an artist, and as he was such a great advocate for the theater and supported it, and, he did so much for our community, and he shared his gifts with the world and gave the world so much through his art. I wanted to read a quote from him from the New York Times article, an interview he did many years ago, just to give you a glimpse into perhaps his struggles. And he said, quote, "For me, acting is torturous. And it's torturous because it's a beautiful thing. I was young once and I said, that's beautiful, and I want that. Wanting it is easy, but trying to be great, well, that's absolutely torturous. In the end, I'm grateful to feel something so deeply, and I'm also grateful that it's over. And that's my life." And that's very true. It's very true. Rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman. We're going to miss you big time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next week.